In this screencast, you will learn how to create a Google site for an ePortfolio. So the first thing that you're going to do is you are going to go either to Students, Moodle Edina Apps, or Staff, Moodle Edina Apps, whichever one, take you to the same spot. And once you're there, you'll log in on the left-hand side. So I've already logged in, so the login box doesn't come up. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on Google Sites on the left-hand side. If it's your first time coming in, your screen might look a little bit different, but if you've already created a site, then you will see a list of your sites. Everybody will have this red Create button. So I'm going to click the Create button. Now, if your teacher has a template for you to use, you might want to browse the gallery to find that template. So, for example, if I was at Countryside, I could click on Browse the Template, search for Countryside, and I would find that there was a Countryside ePortfolio template, and then I could use that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to create one from scratch, so I'm just going to use the blank template. And I'm going to name my Google site. So usually your first name, ePortfolio, summer 2014. So you can really have your students name it whatever you want for your class. Then the next thing that you can do is you can see there are two buttons right here, Select a Theme and More Options. So if you select a theme and you scroll down, these are all the colors that you can choose for your Google site. Know that even though they look this way, sometimes when you create the Google site, it doesn't look exactly as expected. So for today, I'll just click Treehouse, so you can see that it turns it red. And then if I scroll down, I still have this One More Options button. And if I click on the little button down here, you may want to put a site category, and that would be your last name or your teacher's last name, so that all of those Google sites sort of come together. So if I was going to be teaching a class and this is a student in my class, I would have them write down Schrader 2014. And every student, it doesn't matter what you write in this space, it just matters that every student writes the exact same thing, capital letters, spaces, and all. So the next thing that I can do is after I've just named my site, chosen a little theme, and then added the site category, I can go up to the red button and click Create. If you keep your eye on this little yellow bar up here, it says it's creating your site. If there's a problem, it'll also give you sort of a notification. So a little tour of your Google site. Over here on the left-hand side, you have your navigation. You have the name of your Google site, which you can always click on to get to the home button or home page. And then up in this corner, you have Edit Page. And if you click on the pencil, it turns on the editing toolbar. And so the editing toolbar here gives you all of these different options and all these different pull-down menus. And it also gives you the ability to type. So you can type whatever you want. It's a little tricky to organize your Google site without using this layout button. So I use this layout button here to change it to 2 columns or 3 columns so that I can better organize my Google site. So maybe I could have some words on the left, and then on this side I could go over to Insert an Image, and I could put an image on the other side if I want to. So every time that you're done editing a page, you look up to the top right corner and you can see that it now says Save. Google Sites will save for you, and so you won't really lose anything, but it's important for you to click Save in between each one. The next one is Create a New Page, which we'll get to in a second. The gear button is the menu button, and there's a lot of other things that we can get into sort of behind the scenes. But by default, every single Google site that we create in Edina Apps is available for anybody to access and edit. So that's one of the first things that as students we need to change and as teachers too. So we're going to click on the Share button. And right now it says everybody at Edina Apps can find and edit our site. We do not want that, so we want to change. So we're going to click on the Change button. And now this is where you get to decide what kind of access you want for your Google site. So you may just want people at Edina Apps with the link and keep it internal. You may want to share it just with specific people, and so I'll show you that you can share that with just individual people. If you want it public on the web, anyone with the link is the right option. Public on the web means people could search for it, and we don't need that, so we'll just do anyone with the link. So then I'm going to click Save. If you chose only specific people, this is the part where you could start inviting people to have access, and you can choose whether they are an editor or a viewer. To get back to our Google site, we're going to want to click on the name of our site, which is underneath the Edina logo, Manage Site, and you'll find the name of your portfolio, and then you're back here. So in order to create a couple pages, the first thing I'm going to do is click on this little Create Page. There are a variety of different types of pages that you can create, but 99% of the time you're going to create a web page. So maybe I wanted to create a writing page. So I just named my page. Do not change anything about the location right here, and then just click Create. You'll notice that it automatically creates a link on the left-hand side, and these links will go in alphabetical order. It also automatically opens the editing so that you could start typing. And so if you want to just go and create a new page again, we'll just click Save up in the top corner. We'll create one more page together so that you get the hang of it. So I'm going to click on the New Page button. I'm just going to type the name of the page that I want it to give. Now this name of the page could be 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. It could be social studies. It could be per project. You could name different pages per project. I'm not going to change anything else on the page and just click Create. Again, it opens it in the editing mode. It puts it on the left-hand side navigation, so I'm going to click Save. So those are the basics of first just creating your Google site and then also creating pages.